You know right, assassinate. Airport and Timaya. Moja nananu shegu edigu on my yeah.
Memo bibi akwaba eba Melodies TV so. Enra me betena ha say Emma ifutuo to the NDC. Me my NDC 40 as because na ma he Sami Jemfin sembi a wode atodwa. Na Sami Jemfi wo ka say wo hwe senia say wa broni nsemo aba media obi ampese wo be kasa fa ho no. The media is not being fair. Say Mahamadi and Komwaka and then bebre. And I sat here and I said, say, the NDC shouldn't be crying. NDC shouldn't be blaming the media. Because if you want the media to talk about it, you know what to do. Just organize press conference. Let your parliamentary caucus talk about the issue. Why say can't say no news. Because my mama what says me, my juma media firm ewo Ghana hada. Once a story is coming from parliament, it is coming from the Jubilee House and now the Flagstaff House. It is coming from the two top political parties. It is seen as top priorities. Me kan sa asem na wa ha. Na NDC for the statement about NDC for parliamentary caucus. Omo the statement about asem a wo mo kan ene say wo mo ate se wa broni nsem no. Allegations as a wabroni or the to President Akufo Addo so. Ade bi a nakra ne nyame anim ni. Sa asem ye no kware pa na tre se egu ekonwa no efin. Na de omo ya the national security allegation. Aye de ate omo so say wo mu use national security. De arobe
Melodies TV on YouTube.
Ade bi a wo mo ntena se enhwe ema ne nko. Inti wo mo sha asese won aye omo beye mu nhwehwemu NDC for nsema wo mo de to dwa no na NDC for sha asese wo mo ana wo mo de assembly etu dwa wie afa be he UTV City FM City TV afa media houses no mo nia complain say wo mo person be kasa about the story no. Now they are all talking about it. UTV for omo prime time news enyumre news omo kasa about it. City FM4 news kasa about it. And I told you, in the NDC4, they had no reason to cry. They had no reason to cry at all. Because they, because if that's what you want, you know what to do. And today they've done one. Parliamentary caucus akasa fa amende media houses nibi asha say womo kasa fa can news afa. If tomorrow they still want the news to be they still want a story to be in the news. I mean, the NDC itself can further go on and hold a press conference on this matter. And Oma media house no mayo just say they will talk about it. Now, without wasting much of your time, now me read the NDC for the parliamentary caucus in Semwa Womo at the Ababa Betuja was say the NDC caucus in parliament has become aware of very scandalous allegations contained in an interview granted Mr. Kevin Taylor by Madam Evelyn Serwaa Broni on Easter Sunday, the 17th of April 2022. Also, these allegations, if proven to be true, raise grave charges of abuse of office, human rights violations, and conduct which bring the high office of President of Ghana into disrepute. Also, the NDC caucus has consequently requested and obtained a copy of the full interview in issue for further study. In the NDC for say, Wamaji interview no study, or more transcribe the interview. Or say transcription and legal analysis. The caucus will very soon convey to Ghanaians the actions to be taken on the basis
Melodies
of the
TV
outcome of the ongoing legal analysis. The caucus remains committed to holding public officers accountable to the high standards set by our constitution. Signed, Haruna Idrisu, Minority Leader, Parliament of Ghana. Inti Endra, it's here for Haruna Idrisu. A letter way a babontain from NDC Parliamentary Caucus no. It forced the media house to play nonsense. a forcing media house no emo play nonsense. They are now reporting on the story. Into no the NDC for can ebia oyobia one te brofo na me we dia one te asia. The NDC for can say wo mate omonya se wa broni video ni bi ahwe. Omo atonsa ama eye Kevin Taylor say onfa interview ni na emmo na NDC for any omo lawyers no tenase ahwe interview ni na bibia e wo se wo mo transcribe some yaka say obi transcribe bibia na trese nipa ko ne kasa wo ka no wo tro e won krata mu pati ase because say asem say ye pese ye legal analysis on an issue e also transcribe it inti so obi an have video no na ofa enkrata na kra na obe hu ne say on same way na wo kan wo video nim inti NDC for transcribe video no aye ho omo lawyers no aye ho analysis na wo mu hu ne say da bibia ade no edu no say legal action say wo say eda ho mo say wo mo be take no I was so taking. Mind you, yesterday I reported say Sami Jemfi eba bonting ebe kan say President Akufo Addo should be impeached. I am hearing someone say for the impeachment process to begin, it has to take about 1/3 of parliamentarians, right? So I don't know if NDC4 transcribe na one more analysis we are. I don't know whether they are going to start an impeachment process or what. I don't know. But another NDC
TV
member
on YouTube.
I friend Okujato Ablakwa and also Eden Sembi Betuja Mamenken Kain Okujato Ablakwa and Semno Emma say a country that has still not resolved the brutal assassination of investigative journalist Ahmed Hussein Swale 3 years after their internationally acclaimed work number 12, which was an announced expose that brought to the fore massive corruption by the high and mighty in association football, cannot treat lightly any allegation that our national security is used to stage robberies and that our police CID is used to cover up such crimes. Inti Okujato asema kan say on mind bi to say Ghana aye ne anim de to announce ene ne Ahmed Swale na on mind bi say na asemo aba say ye the national security robbe nkrofo a eni kwan say wo man no ye kom e wa asem bi say ho. I say if these allegations are proven to be true, then none of us who criticize the Akufo Addo government or expose wrongdoing in the pursuit of our constitutional mandate, either as MPs, journalists, CSOs, or citizens engaging in whistleblowing, are safe. It's a sema wa kan say wa broni nsem we a wo kan pa allegations no kwai pa dia wo mo Okujato Ablakwa a wo mo sori ana Akufo Addo tu kwan a no the information na eba mo expose Akufo Addo corruption in nyama bebre no na trese say national security to me call Robbie lady pa dia na trese mo Okujato Ablakwa no kra onye safe na trese onye safe. I say I recall the posturing of high human rights standards of Nana Akufo Addo and his parliamentary stroke MPP colleagues in the 1990s in leading demonstrations against
MELODIES
the suspected
TV
disappearances of and attacks on women during the Rawlings's presidency, particularly from 1998 to 2000. I also cannot forget Akufo Addo's determined public pursuit of justice when Ahunu Ahonga lost his life during the Kumipreko demonstration. Inti Okujato in history say embre by na President Akufo Addo oye parliamentarian no na wo ginem ema human rights. Just say that time no unim na your president na obi koyera ana unim na that time Rawlings our president na bibi tu obi a na Akufo Addo gidi waba be ginem say hey masa yempene na omo ye demonstration ni nyama chese na enya asem ketwa. I say, I never imagined that these frightening allegations of gross human rights violations, blatant abuse of office, and conduct that brings the high office of President of Ghana into disrepute would ever be leveled against President Akufo Addo, who rose to national prominence with a uniquely packaged brand of being a fearless defender of human rights. So si wonim se na ka bibi sei ebesi wo bi emre so a na enye Akufo Addo. Akufo Addo atesa no de ogina mu say human rights. Ma Ghana for ye de be nim ne say we die won pene ma ye enye obi akayaka de no. Ono na nde wa ba beda ne president a allegation ene say wo soma national security say yanko obi da bi on pese obeji edi. I say as commander in chief of the Ghana Armed Forces and chair of the National Security Council, President Akufo Addo cannot remain silent on these weighty matters which are at the heart of our constitutional democracy. He was not silent as an opposition politician, and he definitely cannot be silent now. After the bloody Ayawaso Westwogon by-election and the grisly killing of 7 Ghanaians during the 2020 presidential and parliamentary elections by bloodthirsty hoodlums claiming to be national security operatives, a matter I am doggedly and vigorously pursuing as Raj, we must not accept a rogue national security architecture that terrorizes and kills us instead of existing to protect the people who pay them. Now, I will say, functioning democracies all over the world would have by now, at the very least, launched an inquiry into the robbery allegations against national security and the audio recordings of a purported cover-up by the police hierarchy. I am therefore glad to belong to the NDC Parliamentary Caucus, which is seriously studying the serwaa broni tips to inform our next course of action. It is not acceptable for Ghanaian politicians to have different standards in opposition and in power. Most importantly, we must at all times uphold the sanctity of the 1992 Constitution of Ghana. Iti assembly the sentence ni tietie mu no NDC for yahoo investigation. Montreal comment box ni mu medaso.